Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. Shout out to Jordan for sending these beautiful Jordan Zion 3s my way. These are known as the Mud, Sweat, and Tears. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome in. Today we'll be discussing a brand new design. These are the Jordan Zion 3s, known as the Mud, Sweat, and Tears. This is such a fire colorway. We'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I styled a couple capsule pieces from this drop with this sneaker to match it perfectly. Then we'll conclude with how much these are going for on the retail market right now. Let's jump right into it. So if you are a fan of Zion Williamson, you definitely have to snag a pair of these. I could not believe how amazing these looked when I officially took these out of the box. This is probably honestly one of the coolest color blockings I've seen on a basketball sneaker, and I'm so sad that these did not exist when I played basketball back in high school, but really excited to have these in hand to go through the overview, to talk about how cool these look like in person. And definitely I feel like this is a statement piece to wear on the basketball court to be seen. As far as the upper goes, the simplicity of this nice minty tone that they chose, I think, is such a great base color. So these again are called the Mud, Sweat, and Tears. So as you can kind of see, that is the splatter markings that you're seeing on parts of this toe box, which also kind of make its way to the side paneling of the sneaker itself, but it is in a very cool ombre effect. So we've got these nice splashes of purple hues, indigos, into some fuchsia tones and more purple and bluish royal tones. But I just love how they accent and work so perfectly with that mint tone. As far as the laces go, we've got mint laces, again, just really accenting the upper so nicely. And it does kind of have a little bit of a metallic feel to it when it hits the light. So it's not just a simple basic mint tone. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. And then as far as the tone goes, we've got a massive Jumpman logo in this royal blue tone. And then just more of that minty pattern going on the front of that tongue. And then on the back, we've got Shock the World, which is a really cool saying. I love that they decided to add that. And in Roman numerals, we've got the number 3 underneath here. You kind of have to pull down the laces to be able to see that. All right, so let's take a look at those details and then move along to the side panels. For those of you who are fans of the Zion silhouette in particular, you've already seen that there was a 1 and 2 variation. This is a brand new design though in comparison to those two. This has been brought in a lower fit, so definitely taking some of that bulkiness and height that we've seen in the previous renditions of the Zion. So I do love that it's been a bit more compatible specifically for somebody like me, just as far as basketball or even volleyball sneakers go. I do like to have a lighter feel to it, and I feel like the 1 and 2 are definitely in hand a bit chunkier and heavier, while this one is so much lighter in comparison to those variations. So as far as the representation goes of the sneaker and the story behind it, Zion basically wanted it to kind of represent his roots of being in South Carolina. As far as the side panels go, again, that is where we're seeing that really cool splattering mark, which pretty much works its way almost to the entire side paneling on the lateral and medial side until we get to the back of the heel, which is where we're getting Zion's name, which is a very, very high classy looking embroidered texture in that mint tone. So definitely a lot of stitching on the back here, which is pretty unusual for a basketball sneaker, so it definitely gives you a bit more of a luxurious feel. As far as the interior goes, I actually decided to just pull this out. So this is really cool. You can just easily slip out the insole here. It is in this kind of hot pink and purplish tone. And as you can see, we've got the additional added air zoom unit inside. So this is definitely going to give you a lot more bounce when you're going up and down the court in these. Definitely a great idea as well if somebody wants a little bit more bounce if they're playing volleyball in these. But I do love how crazy and technical this looks. I did not have this type of an insole in any of my basketball sneakers. I wish I did, but just really cool as far as the printing style goes on the top of here as well. You still have those same splattering marks, but a bit more monochromatic in that purple tone. So again, you can slide this in and out, very easy to place inside of there, but really cool to have a drop-in midsole with these. All right, man, I could have definitely used a loaded zoom unit in my basketball sneakers or volleyball sneakers. So really cool that they've added that tech into here. As far as the rest of the color scheme goes, when we work our way down to the midsole, we're just getting this really simple minty tone. And then it gets a little bit more of an icy feel on the bottom of that minty tone and texture. And then we've got hot pink with Zion's logo here and some more purple hues. But this is a really cool pattern. So we've got this smooth semi-radial pattern going on the bottom here. You can already tell that you're not going to be slipping and sliding. There's going to be a lot of good grip on the bottom of these. But this is actually reminiscent of that 2012 Hyper Dunk as far as the pattern for the bottom of this outsole goes. So really cool that they added that in there. That is pretty much all of the last and final details. So let's take a look at all of those and then jump into size and fit on these. Size and fit goes, I actually went half a size up in these. I definitely feel like because there's some additional padding when you can kind of see when I lift up the tongue there, that is definitely taking a lot of extra space in the back of the heel area. So I feel like I needed a little bit of extra room in the toe box region. So I went half a size up and these fit me perfectly. All right, so as far as styling goes, shout out to Jordan as well for sending me some key pieces from the capsule collection that released with this silhouette. I was able to match these perfectly. For the first look, I decided to wear my Zion hoodie with a matching pair of sweatpants. One of the cool parts of the coloring scheme of the hoodie and sweatpants, it really just paired perfectly with the tones of the teal and blue and pink and purple hues of the sneaker itself. for the second look, I stuck with that same hoodie, but I decided to swap in some basketball shorts, again with that same style branding. Then for the last and final look, I decided to give you a lifestyle option with a minty, fresh looking jacket with a simple pleated maxi white skirt.
Follow his lead, repeat after me. I know they lurking, this serpent is circling, but I never worry, cause he got the keys. He let it bleed, never put me on the freeze. Just look at how you spit it to me. It'll be out of right after I seek. You can't make the promise unless you the king. Jay with a baby, I am what he made me. No, you cannot shame me, so it's for the birds. Buy for a price, you ain't know what it's worth. He not letting go like it's grandmama purse. Rolling with heavy, he feeling kinda discouraged, cause he feeling down in the dirt. I told him heavy, you only need faith, cause yes, you already did all the work. Life or death, this life is best. I'd rather see the vision complete instead of the speed to find regret. You gotta breathe so you can be free, so you never need the ice and checks. This be my plea, I lost my debt. I gotta cheese, I found a flex. I gotta be, I gotta breathe, I gotta breathe. Keep moving.
All right, so as far as retail goes on these are retailed at $140. They're currently available now as far as it goes, as well as those capsule collection clothing pieces that I wore in the styling section. All right, thanks again, Jordan Brand, for sending these my way. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We will catch you all next episode.